This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, highlighting the value of international students to Dunedin, how the benefits are not just financial. Feeling the winter pinch, why more Queenstown residents are struggling to afford the basics. And an angry Otago mum calls on the government to do more for the prevention of youth suicide. Good evening, I'm Callum Proctor. Wellington-based organisation Education New Zealand has just held an international education event in Dunedin. Its roadshow follows on from an international student wellbeing strategy launched in the South earlier this month. CEO Grant McPherson says New Zealand's success in the international student industry is one of our best kept secrets.
Education New Zealand was at Dunedin's Public Art Gallery yesterday as part of a nationwide education roadshow. The organisation monitors international education providers and its focus is on enhancing New Zealand's reputation as a safe, welcoming study destination. Chief Executive Grant McPherson says international education is New Zealand's fourth largest income earner and is responsible for 32,000 jobs.
But more importantly, it's that sharing of experience, learning of other cultures, the global connectedness I talked about earlier. These are massive value elements for New Zealand, and a lot of people don't know that. So we're keen to get that message across.
The sector has experienced double-digit growth year on year for nearly a decade. McPherson says with the Otago Polytechnic and the University of Otago, Dunedin is well positioned to offer much to international students.
As a city, it's an education city, so strong and high quality providers that are here, right from sort of English language schools, primary and secondary schools, the ITP, the Institute of Technology and Polytechnic.
The organisation's regional partner program with Dunedin also aims to connect the industry with local authorities and institutions. Roselle Labone, The South Today.
Southern motorists are being urged to take extra care on the roads this time of year as areas of black ice emerge. After yesterday's big freeze, light rain on the roads turned to black ice in the Otago Lakes area and elsewhere in the district. Police say although the roads look wet and the sun may not be shining, this creates a false impression for drivers. Incidents on the roads this morning include two vehicles that flipped on Malagans Road in the Queenstown area. They didn't result in any serious injuries. Well, a Queenstown-based community centre says it's busier this winter than ever, with people seeking food parcels and affordable clothing. Happiness House Manager Karen Stewart says the increase in numbers is due to the high cost of living and high rents in the resort town. Mina Amso has the story.
Campground that we used to rent out for $200 a week.
Karen Stewart, who runs Queenstown Community Centre, says more people are turning up than normal this winter to get help, including families with good incomes who are struggling to make ends meet.
We can have families that are on two incomes. They've got a nice house at Shotover Country. They might even own it. They might be paying a mortgage. A house in town, the same. One of them might get ill. One of them, their hours will get cut. They've still got that mortgage to pay. They've still got that rent to pay. So they're down by maybe $200 a week, which is to some people not a lot, but it's a lot of money.
She says Friday is her organisation's busiest day.
And that's where the produce comes in, because that can help going towards that. We'd give away 20 to 30 bags of produce for sure. I don't know, on a Friday we'd probably get maybe 100 people through.
Stewart says all it takes is one unexpected spend and families are left with no money to make ends meet.
And once you get below that breadline, once you get like an incident, like you might need new tyres for your car or whatever, and you've got no savings and all of a sudden you're starting to go hungry.
She says it's worse when families have to pay high rent in Queenstown.
Just last Friday, I've known their family for all the years I've been here. They moved into a house in Frankton, 3-bedroom home, and it was $600, which we thought was outrageous. At the time, that was 18 months ago, and she just came in the other day and said to me, oh, they've put our rent up $150 a week. So $750 a week, that's like...
5 years ago, 11,500 people came through the doors to Happiness House. Fast track to 2016, and the number is 13,500 people. That's 16% increase. Last May was the busiest month for Happiness House, with a record 1,300 people turning up for food parcels, to shop or to simply chat. 24-year-old Casey Johnston visits the centre regularly and says a $20 jacket is more affordable for him than what's on offer elsewhere.
It'd be a dire situation for a lot of people in Queenstown if Happiness House wasn't here.
And Stewart believes the centre can only get busier as a result of the huge growth in Queenstown's population, coupled with expensive living costs and housing unaffordability. Mina Amso, The South Today.
A man was hit by a truck and fell into a pit in Cromwell yesterday. The 60-year-old man's been airlifted to Dunedin Hospital in a serious condition after the incident at the Cromwell transfer station in Barry Ave. A police spokeswoman says emergency services were notified shortly before 11:30. The man had a broken leg and possible head injury, but the injuries aren't life-threatening. A mother who lost her Dunedin son to suicide says a government-led draft suicide prevention strategy is spineless. Patrice Harrex of Oamaru was spurred to work in mental health as a community worker after her son Brad Anderson committed suicide at age 25 in 2010.
Walking into the Ministry of Health office in Dunedin recently, Oamaru mother Patrice Harrex delivers a submission to the Ministry of Health's draft suicide prevention strategy. She says her own experiences led her to take this path.
My son died nearly 7 years ago by suicide. He was assessed by emergency psych services and turned away, and 2 days later he was dead. I have seen too many people and heard too many similar stories about people being sent away and then taking their own lives.
She's adamant the government can learn from her son's death and wants to prevent other families going through what she has experienced.
I feel so strongly about the government and the fact that they are not acknowledging that we have, you know, a serious problem here. We have one of the highest rates of suicide in the world, and the government should be ashamed of that.
The coroner's report says her son Brad Anderson received suboptimal care, but Harrex blames underfunding and not mental health staff.
I think they really need to put a good strategy in place that has spine, and they just need to really acknowledge that there's a problem and put the resources into it and put their money where their mouth is.
She says her son's death motivates her to work in the mental health field, but she feels hamstrung by underfunding. Her delivery of the PSA's proposal to government is aligned with the YesWeCare.nz campaign. Both organisations are running free health funding crisis forums on July the 1st around the country, including events in Christchurch, Dunedin and Invercargill. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we have an update on the oyster disposal operation, which continues in Stewart Island.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
How about these? stretch moleskins by Lee Ryder. 7 colours, 2 leg lengths, very comfortable, warm, extremely durable, and only $79.90.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We need your help to secure the future of Dunedin Hospital. The Dunedin City Council is leading the community's call to redevelop Dunedin Hospital as a top-flight teaching hospital right in the city centre. Have you sent your SOS? Add your voice to the thousands demanding central government commit to the health and well-being of the whole southern region. Go to dunedinhospitalsos.nz and fill out your form, or head to a library near you to fill out a paper copy. dunedinhospitalsos.nz.
We're a 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street. Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Silverhorn Active Manuka Honey from the natural Manuka forests of New Zealand. Buy one 250-gram pot for $34.90 and get a second pot for half price. Order online at silverhorn.co.nz.
Summer is back by popular demand. Gillian's and Silverhorn bring you Rub of the Green, lawn bowls from the recent season. Saturday 4 p.m. and Sunday 7 p.m. only on Channel 39.
Welcome back. Police have recommenced the investigation of allegations that the private communications of an individual were intercepted by Clutha Southend MP Todd Buckley. Assistant Commissioner of Investigations Richard Chambers says police have started speaking to a number of individuals who may have relevant information. The process will be overseen by a senior detective. However, at this stage, they're unable to put a time frame on how long the investigation might take. A Fulton Hogan employee was injured when the sucker truck he was driving rolled on State Highway 1 between Waihola and Milton. Milton Fire Brigade says the incident happened about 2 kilometres northeast of Milburn just before noon. When firefighters arrived, the truck was resting on its side in the middle of the highway and the driver was out of the vehicle. The driver suffered moderate injuries and was taken by ambulance to Dunedin Hospital. Fuel was leaking from the truck and firefighters cleaned the area to ensure fuel remained out of any waterways. The truck was lifted by a 55-tonne crane, then taken away by another truck. Fulton Hogan's regional manager Grant Symes says he doesn't know why the vehicle rolled. Phase 1 of the Ministry for Primary Industries removal of oysters from Stewart Island's Big Glory Bay oyster farms has been completed. About 25 tonnes of oysters and cage equipment have been disposed of in a landfill north of Invercargill since the operation started earlier this month. Ministry officials began Phase 2 of the removal this week, uplifting cages on smaller farms. They're also in the process of planning how to best remove oysters growing on ropes and expect to have a strategy in place by the end of the week. After the break on the South today, the business end of the Dunedin club rugby season looms, but the 4 teams already look to have been sorted and more frosty nights are on the way for the South. Your Wednesday weather outlook is coming up.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
How about these? Stretch moleskins by Lee Ryder. 7 colours, 2 leg lengths, very comfortable, warm, extremely durable and only $79.90.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are...
Unfamiliar.
G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Lauren Arts.
Tane, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all-year-round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Well, bowel cancer is a disease that can affect all New Zealanders. It affects men and women equally, but the rates of bowel cancer definitely do increase as you get older. So most bowel cancer occurs in people who are over 50 years of age. 10% of bowel cancer happens in younger people, and unfortunately the numbers of younger people are increasing who've been affected by bowel cancer. But the people who are at most at risk are people in their 50s, 60s, 70s and 80s.
Most women wouldn't think that they're at risk of bowel cancer, but actually they're as at risk of bowel cancer as they are of breast cancer. And most men wouldn't think of bowel cancer, but actually they're at as much risk of bowel cancer as they are of prostate cancer. It's a major killer in New Zealand, and it's one that tragically, for 1,200 New Zealanders who die of this each year, is just repeatedly ignored.
Channel 39 brings you a series of 45-minute documentaries looking at the future and the past. Wednesday nights at 7:30, repeating Friday nights at 8:30, only on Channel 39.
Well, the Southern Steel will play the central pulse for the ANZ Premiership title tomorrow night in Invercargill. Captain Wendy Frew and Topias Selby-Rickett received injuries when the team's van crashed a couple of weeks ago. But the team's medical staff have cleared both Frew and Selby-Rickett to play in that final in Invercargill's ILT Stadium. Yesterday, Frew had the last of around 70 stitches removed from her knee and elbow. In their previous meetings, the Steel has beaten the Pulse 63-50, 80-44 and 64-51. They'll enter the final unbeaten for the season. Club rugby season's in the home stretch now, with 4 teams looking certain to be contending the top spots. The chances of the top 4 spots changing between now and the playoffs look remote.
The top contenders in the Dunedin Premier Rugby competition are all but sorted. Looking like being the top four are Southern, Kaikorai, Harbour and Dunedin. Southern are on the top of the table at 55 points, following the 38-13 win against Zingari Richmond. A dominant Southern pack controlled set pieces in the first spell against the injury-hit Zingari Richmond at Monticello. Harbour, second place on 49 points, can plan for the playoffs following its 23-10 win against Taieri. And Dunedin, on 47 points, also confirmed its place with a 17-5 win against Alhambra Union. Alhambra are said to have played some nice rugby this season, but Saturday's effort was lacklustre. Dunedin controlling possession and territory. Kaikorai, on 42 points, had the bye this weekend, but still can be overtaken by Alhambra Union on 30 points. The university side is out of contention following its surprise 40-37 loss to Green Island. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Education New Zealand held an international education roadshow in Dunedin following a student wellbeing strategy launched earlier this month. A Queenstown-based community centre says it's busier this winter than ever, with people seeking food, parcels and affordable clothing. And a mother who lost her Dunedin son to suicide says a government-led draft suicide prevention strategy is spineless. Now we'll look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. We're welcoming Dave Cannon. Hi, Dave.
How you doing? Get up early this morning, did you watch the America's Cup?
I was there, yes I was.
Me too, mate. It was very exciting, wasn't it? And we're going to go to town on that in the paper tomorrow. There'll be a big front page display and also a special page inside America's Cup coverage. So we're certainly getting very excited about it. And hopefully we'll get a America's Cup procession down in Dunedin at some stage in the next few weeks, hopefully. And of course Dunedin did have quite a bit to do with the Cup in terms of the technical side of things with animation research, etc. So we've got all the coverage of that as well. Quite a big discussion today at the Council over freedom camping, which is obviously a subject that's not going to go away anytime soon. Very vexed subject, so there's quite a discussion there today about that. So we've got plenty of coverage about that. More on the Todd Barclay, I guess we can call it a scandal if you want, for a bit of a word. And confirmation that Telford campus in Balclutha has been sold to Taratahi, or moved on to them from Lincoln University. So quite a bit happening in the news front. And the Wash column has been very busy this afternoon taking calls on where Magnetic Hill is in Dunedin. And if you buy the paper tomorrow, you'll find out where that is. You ever heard of Magnetic Hill?
Magnetic Hill, never heard
Magnetic
of it.
Hill. Apparently, you could go up faster than you thought. There seemed to be something pulling you up the hill. But it's amazing people who remember where this was. And so we'll have full coverage of that tomorrow as well. So
all right, thanks,
busy
Dave.
day.
Look forward to that tomorrow in
you,
Wednesday's ODT. All right, time now for a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsval.
All right, starting with the situation, and a ridge of high pressure there brings fine weather to the south over the next few days, with a low approaching on Friday. The weekend's outlook not too good. To the southern outlook first, and it's a high of 9 degrees for Balclutha, Gore and the Catlins tomorrow. Lumsden goes one better with a high of 10. Central outlook, and Alexandra gets to 9 degrees in the sunshine. Wanaka and Queenstown share a high of 8, and Tiano gets a fine day as well. To the northern outlook, light winds and some cloud for Oamaru tomorrow with a high of 9. It's fine for Omarama and 8. There's a few light winds for Twizel and Timaru. For Dunedin tonight, a fine and cold night with an overnight low of 1. Tomorrow, sunny periods and some cloud, light winds, a high of 9 and 0 the low tomorrow night. Thursday again, mostly fine and sunny with a high of 9. And down to Invercargill tonight, the overnight low -1, fine and frosty, but a sunny day for tomorrow, but cool, a high of 10, and another overnight low -1 for Thursday, more fine weather, but cool and a high of 10 degrees for Invercargill. today. You can also follow us online via Facebook, YouTube and Twitter for all the latest news updates from all over the South. On behalf of the team here, have a very good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.